me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the believer.
Hi, stranger.
I know. I
Yeah.
always feel good when you feel like we haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, where have you been? I mean, I feel like it's been what, at least 4 or 5 days?
I've just been like a trapped in my house doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy all the time. I can't wait to not be busy.
You are a worker bee right now, getting your house ready.
I know. It's dumb. We're not going to talk about it because we talked about it last week, but
Okay, we'll move on. You want to talk about my son's library book that I brought tonight?
I've never wanted to talk about anything more. I've been waiting for you to ask for episodes now.
It's so random. We had quite an interesting evening. I've just come to my wit's end with bedtime.
Oh, uh-huh.
Drives me crazy.
Okay.
The 2-year-old keeps getting in and out of her crib. I mean, we start bed at 8 o'clock at night. She doesn't actually fall asleep till about 10:30.
What do you do for that?
I
That's
just keep
horrible.
picking her up, putting her back in, pick her up,
And you
put her
never
back in.
talk to her?
I'm sure James is over there right now, picking her up,
Are you
putting her
like
back in.
nanny? What was that? Super nanny? What was that called?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yeah,
what she
where
was called?
you don't speak. You just
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
I don't give her any attention.
she makes that work in the second night. She does that.
Yeah, she never met Macy James. I'll tell you that right now. But anyway, I'm just over it. And then lately, Miles, it was that whole time off. It just really threw everybody's schedule off. I kind of just let them stay up as late as they wanted. Now we're trying to
Oh,
get back
yeah.
into it. So I really thought tonight, like, we need to like get energy out because I'll hear Miles in there wrestling around. His bed is like kind of old and squeaky. Like makes it sound like I don't care for my kids. It's just not well put
It's like
together.
a metal frame bed.
It is, and it's a high up. It's got a slide. We're cool parents.
It's a cool It's a cool bed.
It is a cool bed. It was a hand me down, or like we got it off of what, like Facebook.
Oh.
I don't know. Who knows? All I know is it's very squeaky, and he's in there tossing and turning, very loud all the time. And he's like, I can't sleep, and he's just restless.
Yeah.
Like, what can we do? And I was like, let's throw it back to the pandemic days when we just used to have dance parties all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, I have boob sweat right now because we danced our butts off tonight. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun. At first, I was like, I don't really want to do this, but somebody said dance party. I thought, hey, that's a good idea to get out some energy. And then we got into it. Then I got into it, and then it was fun, and it was a blast. By the end of it, I was twirling her around, singing "Let It Go" as though I had. As though I was Elsa, and I hate Disney movies, but
Yeah.
I was feeling it, and she was loving it, and so we had a great bonding moment. And then, like, now it's time for bed.
She's like, are you kidding me?
Right? Yeah, they were both amped up and ready. Oh yeah, there were huge fits when I was like, "This is the last one." Oh yeah, it was worse than regular bedtime.
After that, you got to go into Mary Poppins mode and sing that one song that she sings that makes them all go to sleep.
Oh, I should have done
Like,
that.
don't close your eyes, don't go to sleep. And then
Mhm.
they're all like, oh, I can't even keep my little eyes open.
Oh, Mary Poppins, that smart little bitch.
I know.
Anyway, so then I was like, well, let's read books, because we do that every night. But I'm like, now it's time to read. Let's get into that. We get out Miles's library book. I'm like, Miles, what does your librarian think? What does Miss Conley, is that her name?
Oh, I'm going to have a follow-up for you, but you go ahead and tell this part of the story.
I'm like, what does Miss Conley think happens in our household? Because the library books he picks are always sinister.
Oh my gosh.
The name of this library book, first of all, Extreme Screams, the world's most vile vampires.
And that is not a cute vampire.
No, look at the second page of this vampire, you all. I mean, I'm going to have to put this in it. This is what the 6-year-old child brings home. Oh. And look, at first I'm thinking, oh, it's silly. It's just a little cute vampire. I opened this page with my 2-year-old on my lap.
Oh my gosh. Was
Luckily,
she scared?
No, she's Macy James. She was like, ew, look. I'm like, yeah, he's yucky. But anyway, I'm thinking, okay, I should not be reading this. Luckily, she got down and ran. And I'm still thinking, should I read this to my 6-year-old? But then I'm thinking, the whole like banning books and it's literature. He got to pick it out. That would be really mean to refuse to read his library book in his library and let him get it.
Yeah.
I really blame her. She's to blame. Anyway, I was reading and I found a couple of pages that I thought, no, wait a second. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, this could work for this podcast. I might have a little material here. So let me read you a couple of pages and just see what you think about this. And listen, I feel like this is very well written. Like it's pretty factual.
Okay.
Let's see who the S.L. Hamilton. Doesn't that
Oh,
sound like a
I
name
always trust
of
SL.
someone to believe that's done their history? So, this character right here
Picture
is
nuts.
terrifying, right?
It's awful.
It's terrifying. This is Mara.
Oh, I knew Amara once, and she sucked. I believe it.
Well, did you know this though? In Austria, a vampire called Mara takes the shape of a horse. The
Oh.
horse vampire can control people's minds while they sleep. This is where the term nightmare comes from.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that
That
interesting?
is fascinating.
Right. I mean, I've never even thought of.
Nightmare.
Right. It's not like you're having a scary dream. It's called a nightmare, and we never
Yeah.
question it. We just know what a nightmare is.
Oh,
And now we know it came from Austria.
that's riveting. I love it.
Yes, thank you. It turns out you can learn some shit when you read.
Yeah, it turns out.
It turns
Ooh,
out
she's kind of a sexy
even
one.
I know. Here she remind you of Natalie.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
but for more than
I
one
was
reason.
thinking Poison Ivy from Batman. I don't know.
Well, she is green. So on page 20, if you want to go to your local library again, the name of this book is The World's Most Vile Vampires.
Yes,
Turn
never
to page
forget.
20, and you're going to see the lovely Natalie, who is
Is her name Natalie in here?
no, but she reminds me of Natalie because of what I'm about to read.
Okay.
And I kind of thought, Natalie had that purple hair for a while. Natalie is, by the way, our fan in Scotland.
Yeah. Jim's Craven, help the Bob.
Yes, hello, Natalie. And so then I read this. I thought, oh, I wonder if Natalie knew this about Scotland. You know how she used to do her videos?
Yeah.
I might get to teach her something. Are you ready?
Okay. I bet you won't, but okay.
Yeah, I know. She's so smart about Scotland. It's like she was from there or something. Okay. Scotland is the home of blood drinking fairies called, now here's a word, Glaistigs. Glaistigs. Is that how you'd say that in a Scottish accent? Glaistigs.
Glassitigs.
Glastitigs.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll just stop.
Okay.
They take the form of beautiful women, which is Natalie.
Yeah. Are you afraid of Natalie now?
Maybe a little bit. Men are unable to resist their call.
Even when they're green.
You noticed there was a man in her Facebook profile, but they pay a terrible. In Natalie's.
Okay.
In Natalie's.
Yeah.
So clearly she's landed them in.
Drawing them in.
Yeah,
Can't resist.
Left and right. Men are unable to resist their call, but they pay a terrible price.
Oh, no.
The Glastigs lure them into swamps and then drink their blood.
Oh, what a weird combination.
Yeah, I know. And then it's almost like a living woman praying mantis. But some legends say a Glastig has the top half of a woman and the bottom half of a goat. Now, here's what I'm going to say. Have you ever seen Natalie from the waist down?
I have never.
Never. Every time she posts those videos. It is waist up, and she's going on and on about Scotland, but we've never seen what her legs look like.
That's so true. There's never been a truer statement.
Natalie?
She has never once shown her legs.
Never once. I've never seen them. And so now I'm starting to wonder, do we have a glass stick on our hands?
We're on to you.
We're on to you, Natalie. If not, prove it. We'd like to see your goat legs.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. Well, this is why I know that his library teacher is okay with it.
Okay.
Because I pointed this out. I probably wouldn't throw this out there about my place of work, but I have pointed it out 3 times now and nobody's changed it. So I'm like,
oh, funny.
Oh, y'all like this.
Okay.
I'm on to you.
Okay.
So we have this little sign. It was back like right when we were able to come back into schools again. Mm-hmm. And so they printed out little signs like, this way to the library, whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, the one to the library has forever stayed up. We have not taken it down. Everything else is gone. Okay. The library little owl is still there. The owl is holding a book with like an occult sign on it. There's one of the books has like a poison sign, and the other one has like a pentagon, a circled pentagon. And I'm like, oh, is this the way to the haunted library? Like, what are we doing here? And every time Jack and Miss Gilmore have gone, huh, and then kept it. I'm like, I feel like maybe you take it down. There's a pentagon. Like, it looks like this is where we're going to come and, really.
And sacrifice children.
We're already a pretty liberal school. Those Republicans are like, proof right here.
That's hilarious.
So, anyways, that's why she's like, yeah, check out the vampire book. The vile ones. He probably picked out a really tame vampire book, and she's like, no.
No,
I got a vile one.
Picked out Clifford the dog. She's like, let me introduce you to vampires, Miles. Whatever. She loves him. He loves her. And whatever. I'm not going to fight it. I'm done. I'm done of the days of me being like, stop liking dark things. I mean, he
Oh,
just
yeah.
does.
He loves them.
He loves it. Every night he asks me to tell him a haunted story. Recently, Blake let him in on the fact that we went to Waverly Hills.
Oh, yeah.
So he cannot stop talking about that. Tonight he said, Mom, when you went to that haunted place, did you and A&M walk in and some tall, spooky lady say, hello, sisters? And I was like, no, but that would have been incredible. It didn't happen at all. And now I'm like, Waverly Hills kind of lame.
Did that just come from his imagination?
No, I have no idea. But he was like, it happened. I was like, it did not happen, Miles.
Oh my gosh.
I think in his mind, like that must happen at haunted places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the most conviction out of any kid I've ever met. Like,
Oh.
as soon as he knows he's right, he knows he's right.
To the point that he'll convince you. I'm like, well, did it happen? I don't really remember that happening, but maybe it did.
Yeah. He said today they were playing a game and he lost the first round. And it was immediately like, well, that's because you cheated. And it was so, I was like, now it's funny because they're just so mean to each other.
Oh my
And in hindsight, I'm like, oh my gosh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
But in that moment, I was like, Penelope, you look out that window. Miles, you look out that window. You are not talking to each other. You have fought this whole way.
I was like, the worst.
We're done. Y'all can't even play games anymore.
Don't even look at each other.
Don't even look at each other.
Don't breathe near each other. Oh, I know. They're the worst.
They're the worst.
It's like
and they
they're
love
us
each other
when we're
so
growing up.
much. Whatever. I was going to say you love me, but you tolerated me.
Oh, I loved you. I loved to torment you. It was the best having a little sister to torment, for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's lots of other pages in the most worlds. The
world, not just here.
Not just Kentucky.
We went to Scotland.
Not just in like Transylvania. No.
No.
The world's
Yeah.
most vile vampires.
Austria and Scotland in the first 2 pages that you told us about.
Right? So if you'd like to read it, go to your local library and
if you can't find it there, go to the children elementary school.
Maybe bring a 6-year-old so you don't look so weird going into the kids section. But there you go. There is my book recommendation.
Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. I want to pre-apologize to anyone listening because I'm drinking bourbon and my little bourbon ice cube is
clinky, clink, clink,
It's
clink.
very clinky tonight. Sorry about that.
They'll get over it.
Okay. Before we get into our stories, I want to tell everybody about your dinner the other night.
There was nothing wrong. Girl, I have lost 7 pounds.
That's amazing.
Thank you. So you can
sit
here.
It's not worth it.
You can
watch what you ate.
All you want at what my new diet is, which is simply low carb. I mean, there's no huge mystery there. You're going to drop weight. Then you're going to yo-yo right back up. I know this. I've been on this diet my entire life, but it's fine. Something needed to happen. So here I am, new year, same old me, back on a yo-yo diet of low carbs, working for now. I'll let you know in a week. It'll probably be done. But
yes,
anyway.
Well, we went out to eat and you ordered.
Well, first of all, our other sister picked the restaurant and I got real excited.
Okay.
Because I looked at the menu. I was like, ooh, there's something here I can just order right off the menu. I don't have to modify it.
Oh, I love that you pre-looked at this and you got excited.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it's so gross, Megan. She gets there and she's like, yes, I'll take a glass of wine, but I would also like for my dinner, my meal, what I want to eat. And this is it.
Oh my gosh, don't say it. It's so embarrassing.
Pork rinds and pimento cheese.
It was on the menu.
Pork rinds and pimento cheese.
It was on the menu.
And our little waitress, she like went, okay.
No,
and then wrote it down.
She did not even flinch. She was like, okay. And she wrote it down.
She made a little
There was
shock.
something in that okay that I did detect as well. She tried though.
And I said, has anybody ever ordered this before?
Which is so rude, by the way. So rude.
Why? Why is it rude? It's interesting.
Oh, of course.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And her answer was, yeah, sometimes the old men order it. Little old guys order it.
No, she actually, I don't know which is more embarrassing. She said, oh yeah, the old men love it.
So they got real mad once when we ran out.
Yeah, she did.
But I know why they ran out, because she gave you a whole pig.
Girl, those pork rinds. I still have one baggie left.
Oh my gosh. It was
And that was a week
the
ago.
largest plate of any meal I think I've ever seen brought out. It was like
It was
a
perfect.
mound of pork rinds. It was so gross. And listen, I'm not going to name that restaurant unless you really want to know, because then we'll tell you. But
if you're on the low carb diet, keto, you want to go there.
Listen, that pimento cheese
was
looked
not the best.
Weird.
Well, okay, the pimento cheese, I will give you pork rinds they were amazing.
I did try the pork rinds, and they were the best pork rinds I've ever had, but I don't like pork rinds. So they were like bad, but better than I've ever had.
Ever. Pork rinds are like that guilty. You're like, I should not be eating this.
Ew. Yeah, you should.
When you're on a low carb, you're like, well, hell yeah. This is why I go on low carb, because I can eat pork rinds and have no guilt.
Oh my gosh, that's why.
But that pimento cheese was questionable.
It was weird.
It was really, I felt like it was just a bowl of cream cheese.
Yes.
With like orange food coloring.
Yeah, they just like sprayed Cheeto dust on the top or something. It was so weird.
That is exactly what it looked like. You could be like a food editor, like a food photographer.
Like, you want your food to look bad? Hire Erin. she'll nail it.
It look nasty.
Yeah, it was gross looking. I mean, it might have tasted fine, but I love pimento cheese, and I was like, no.
You could I know. Well, that's what I was like. Also, like, give me some celery sticks. That would have been a lot better to eat with the pimento cheese, but not if they brought me that pimento cheese.
Yeah.
So I was there for the pork rinds, and it's fine. I still have a bag, and I'm probably going to take them to work with me tomorrow, and I am not going to care.
How long do pork rinds last? That was a while ago.
Well, as soon as I got home, I was really excited about the quantity. I was like, these will last for a long time it's fine. I'm that dork. But anyway, I did put them into baggies, and they've just done just fine. It's fine.
Well, good. Well, I'm so happy for your disgusting old man food.
It has been amazing. And it's been my nice little treat that I can't have potato chips, but I sure can have a pork rind like an old man.
There you go.
Okay, it's fine. So this story is submitted from Juan.
Okay.
And this is kind of a classic spooky haunting of a house that he moved in.
Okay.
To.
Great setup. Dumb. This is, I'm going to just give you a synopsis.
I'm just going to let you know. It's classic is what I'm getting at. Okay. I may have had a couple glasses of wine before I got here.
Okay. It's making sense now.
I mean, we're having a dance party.
Yeah. So
what are you going to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh no. Here she goes.
So this is from Juan. Back in 2009, my ex-wife and I were looking for a place in Beaverdale, here in Des Moines, Iowa. We started driving around and found several places around $950 a month. Then we came across a really nice place, and it was only $650 a month.
Ooh.
And it was much nicer than all the others.
Huh.
So I put down the deposit and we moved in. Things were fine the first few weeks, but then one night I went into the computer room and all of a sudden the lights went out, like all of the lights.
Huh.
I flicked the light switch, but nothing happened. Then I said, "Can you please stop?" And they came back on.
Why would he say that?
Yeah, why would he jump right to haunting?
Yeah.
He's clearly a believer.
I love it.
He is in it. He believes in all of this.
Amazing.
That you're about to hear.
Okay.
Blowing that incident off, a few days later, I was watching TV in the living room, and my bedroom door slammed shut.
Ooh.
I ignored that, but then my cat's, I know, didn't like the lights going off, but his bedroom door slammed shut, and he's like,
It's like
whatever.
Aggressive.
It could be the wind. But then my cat started hissing and looking up in the air,
Ooh.
and then I heard clear as day loud footsteps across my hardwood floors right behind the couch.
No. Ooh, that's really spooky.
Yeah, and I think that's in the same room he's in.
Yeah.
Ugh. I looked at my cat, and he was following the footsteps while looking up.
Oh, no.
So as if somebody's
cats are
there.
Little. To look up to see the person walking.
I was like, wait, footsteps on the ceiling. But no, he means like as if
looking up at the person walking by.
The person, yeah, okay, gotcha. He was hissing and turning his head as if he was looking at someone's face. I sat in my car until my wife got home from work.
Oh.
I know. That happens a couple times in the story. Bless his heart. And also, I wonder if his wife is just like badass. She's like, oh, come on. I'll get in there and take care of this.
Hey, you can be badass and be afraid of ghosts.
Okay, true. But okay. No offense, Juan. Weeks later, and there was nothing. And then I was home one day and heard my wife yell my name clear as day. And I said, "What?" really loud. Then I realized she was at work.
Oh.
So he hears his wife
Yeah.
saying his own name.
That's a little bit like last week's story.
Yes. Then my bedroom door slammed shut again. So I left the house until my wife got home
Smart.
again.
See, that does not mean he's not a badass. It
Just
means
smart.
he's smart.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, get out. If
Yeah.
you're like, this is, I mean, what do you do?
Right.
Like, let's say it's a true haunting, which I even think it's funny when I say that, but let's pretend like
She's
that
a
could
bitch
happen.
one. Sorry.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters. Every time you say that, I'm going to answer that.
I know that, but if they're really there, then sure. But in that moment, you don't have Ghostbusters to really call. What do? You get out of the house. That's what you do.
You
Good
get out of
job,
the
Juan.
house.
That's what I do. If that really ever happened.
Golly.
Juan.
Couple glasses of wine. You're
okay. Listen.
sassy.
Listen, it happens. Okay. Things started progressing and objects would move around. My keys would always be by the front door when I woke up. I thought I was going crazy for a while. I guess that's normally not where his keys are.
Yeah.
I thought I was going crazy for a while until one day my landlord had to bring a city worker down into my basement for some reason. Then I was dropping clothes down in the laundry chute. I don't care if this house is haunted or not. Give me a laundry chute. I will stay
Take
there.
The
ghosts all day long. They'll help me fold laundry. It will be fine. I'll be like, this is great. We'll high five. We'll do a little ghost high five at the end of all that laundry being done. It'd be wonderful. And a dumbbell, a dumbwaiter.
Yeah, to bring it back up.
Man. Okay, sorry. I'll quit. Like now thinking, where in my house would I put that? Okay. So he's dropping laundry and he heard his landlord tell the worker, yeah, we can't get any tenants to stay here for very long at all.
Oh.
They all say weird things keep happening. I hadn't reached out to him or said anything to him about the strange occurrences prior, but he confirmed it. My house was haunted.
Oh.
Things continued to get worse. The fridge door would open. The microwave would turn to 6 minutes and start cooking.
Ooh, that's weird.
That's when I was like, oh, that's creepy.
That's really creepy for so many reasons.
6.
Say it again, and then it's the 666.
Okay, 6.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing is going to happen.
I don't think anything happens when you say that. It's not like saying the Ouija board demon's name.
Oh, okay, because that'll make something happen. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, the fact that it's the number 6 is creepy, but also, like, bad things happen if you just have your microwave going without anything in it, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think it's a fire hazard. Not in my microwave.
Aren't you getting a new microwave? Come on.
No, we're keeping that one. It's new enough.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. We'll find somebody who has an old microwave and we'll try it on theirs.
I just don't think it's good. I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Well, I've never done it. What would be the point of doing it?
I've never jumped off a building, but I know I'm not going to try it.
But I mean, also, it's just going to, heat up air? And then what?
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to do it.
I believe in science. I don't know how it works. I'm just going to say that. I don't know how heat and all that stuff works. It's just, it does its job. So I don't know. I guess that's
there are a bunch of waves going through. They're microwaves.
They are.
And if they don't go into something, I think it's bad.
That's in the name. Microwave.
Yeah, that's how it got its name. Just like, you want to know where Nightmare got its name?
Oh, here we go. From Mare.
In Austria.
Yes. Yes.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay. The cupboard started slamming. We stayed in a hotel a bunch of times after that.
Ugh.
After a 6-month lease was up, we were out of there really quick. I researched the property on Google, but never went to see if I could view property records anywhere. To this day, it intrigues me. I've wanted to knock on the door and speak with whomever lives there now, to ask them if they have experienced anything, just to further convince myself that I'm not crazy, but have not done so yet. All of this is very true.
Very true.
Very true. Whenever somebody says that, I get a little skeptical. Could you imagine? Can you imagine that? I'm like, quit trying to convince me so hard.
Sorry, Juan.
I know. So sorry, Juan. It's in the name of the podcast.
I believe you.
Yes, Aaron is the believer. I am the skeptical one. It's in the title. And to this day, it changed how I view the paranormal.
Ooh. So okay. Sounds like he wasn't a believer at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe.
Here's my question.
Okay.
When his wife came home,
right, did
anything ever happen with her there?
Yeah, is it like I'm waiting for her so that we can be in this together? Or when she gets home, nothing else happens?
Right. sometimes you're, just not being by yourself is what
Mm.
you need. But also,
Yeah, let's be in this together.
yeah,
If I have to be scared, the shit scared out of me, I need you with me. I want you to be scared too.
right, for sure. Even if nothing happened near her, though, that wouldn't
Hmm.
convince me one way or the other because, you know, they know they can get a rise
What
out
is
of one.
this? What is this? Why are
This
you
is
wiggling? Who are they?
these
You
are the
said when they, and you wiggled
I
your
did wiggle my
fingers
fingers.
as if
They're
they were
the
like little.
paranormal ghosts. They're the little walking man. They're the
Oh,
little
that's like sign language for
woo. I'm
paranormal
gonna I'm
ghosts.
gonna slam this door. Boom, slam it.
Okay, okay.
Like just like when you go to a haunted house, we're like, oh, I can get this one.
Hmm.
That's what that ghost was like. I can get one. I can't get his badass wife, but I can
Yeah.
really scare one. This is gonna be fun.
There you go. There you go.
So
Yeah.
interesting. How do you want to debunk that?
Well, Juan, you're new to here, so I'll just let you know what I always default to, which is a squatter.
You cannot say that there was a
Okay.
person
Uh,
walking behind him.
Here's what I'm going to say. What if the landlord has some sort of weird insurance scam or some sort of type of thing where if he just has like one lease renters, then maybe he gets some extra
Cannot be a
insurance.
thing.
It absolutely could be a
I
thing.
don't think it's a thing.
You don't know. You're not a landlord. I'm just saying.
People want lease people to stay as long as possible.
That's what I'm saying. So, well, you want that for multiple reasons because over time they'll take care of the property and then they will be consistent renters and they'll pay
Yeah.
well. But there might be some sort of like loophole where if you can't keep somebody renting for a certain amount of time, then maybe
Oh my
you get a little
gosh.
extra
That's like some
insurance
Scooby Doo
money.
shit right
I
there.
know. And then they like pull that off and it's the landlord doing
It's
this the whole
the
time.
landlord, and I would have gotten away with it
Or
too.
he's just a sadistic guy and he likes to scare people. And so it's like, this is his house and he gets to like do weird things. It could happen.
You think he'd like set up a recorder, like some kind of thing to make it sound like footsteps were going,
I think that
and a
he had
weird
access to the
string.
basement. There's definitely a basement under there. That means sound could travel. That means something could be bumping up on the
The door
ceiling.
slammed in the room one was in.
No, he was in the living room. His bedroom door slammed.
Okay, and then the cat starts hissing in the air about
Yeah, because
person
there is
height.
sound happening. So the cat's like looking around.
Oh my
You would look
gosh.
up, you would look down, you'd look all around. You're a
No,
cat.
a
You are
cat,
good at your job.
animals are good at their job, and they're going to be looking where the sound is unless they can see something other
Nah, not
dimensional.
cats.
Are you kidding me? Not cats? Oh, are
Those little
you
things,
kidding me?
they are tricky.
Y-
Tricky.
Cats, Ellie, close your ears. Cats are smarter than dogs. I will say it.
Mm.
She doesn't care. She's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Didn't
Oh,
even.
she's so sweet though.
Yeah.
She's relying on her looks to get by, and it's fine.
Oh, and it's working.
It is working. She's adorable. But I'm telling you, cats are like in tune. There's no way. There's no way. Even if I was more skeptical, when animals can see things that we can't, it's
Hmm.
extra creepy.
Well, maybe it's not like a squatter, like your typical person that doesn't reside there. But what if it's somebody who used to live there and never left?
That's the definition of a freaking ghost, Megan.
I thought you were going to say that is the show, The Watcher, which is true. That's what I've been watching, The Watcher.
That's a true story, but it's
What?
yeah.
That's a true story?
Yeah, but I hear the Netflix version is like
It's horrible.
yeah, it's pretty bad. But no,
It is bad.
it's a really infamous
What? I've never heard
about
this story.
this like it's unsolved. This person kept writing notes to this family.
Really?
But
Now, see, I want to see that documentary. I don't want to watch the
there's
stupid
a
Netflix.
ton of podcasts on it.
Ah,
In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and plug Truly Darkly Creeply
creepily.
is my new obsession. I love them.
Okay.
And they do an episode on The Watcher. I don't know what number it is. Like
You
number
have been holding out on me.
Well, I told you about it a while ago.
Oh,
We did
I don't listen to you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, let's are we good with that one?
I mean, that's what I'm going to say. Are you good with that?
I'm not good with that. It was definitely a ghost.
Well, then that's where we always end. So it's fine.
I think we're ready to move on.
Your turn.
Okay. Okay, now we don't usually do the same author 2 weeks in a row.
Unless they use a sentence like inky dark.
Inky darkness. Wasn't that
Inky
what it said?
darkness. I mean, it was
It was great. And trust
beautiful.
me, there's more here. There's
Oh,
more.
I'm
more
so
gold.
excited.
Okay, so last week I read the story from Danny,
Yes.
who you found on like a cryptid group.
Yeah. Hello. Good pick. Hi,
and
Danny.
pointed out, hey, there's no cryptid here. So he
Oh.
wrote in his cryptid.
Oh, good. I thought you were saying, and then he says there is no cryptid. I'm like,
No,
I
no, no.
swear I thought I read a cryptid story.
No, his subject line is "No right good today."
Oh, Danny, you are funny.
It says, "Hey sisters, this email won't be as well written because I'm fighting a bug, so I'm a little under
Oh.
the weather. I do appreciate the kind words though. Also, A, I've read it and it's fantastic. And
Mm-hmm.
B, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I grew up in the 90s, the era of dude, so my siblings and I say it all the time, LOL. Sorry, I didn't include my cryptid story in the last email. So I asked on Facebook if aliens and shadow people could be considered cryptids. And
Mm.
Megan, this time spelled Magen,
Love
and
it.
then in parentheses, what's the correct spelling? It's real weird. It's MEA. Nope.
Oh. Did you do that on purpose? You're
Yeah,
such
I
a
did.
dork. You
I did
did
it on
not.
purpose.
Oh my gosh.
Meghann.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Get it right.
I know the A threw me. His A threw me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So I asked on Facebook if aliens and shadow people could be considered cryptids, and Megan said yes. I started with the
Mm-hmm.
other stories.
Because I know my shit. That's right.
I love it. You're my go-to for cryptids. You
I
believe them
know,
all.
right?
I started with the other stories because they were more elaborate, but here are my shadow people stories.
Ooh.
I don't remember exactly how old I was, but I remember hearing a strange scratching noise out my bedroom window.
Hmm.
We didn't have any bushes or anything like that. I had a bunk bed and chose to sleep on the top, and it was right next to the window, so I had a clear view of the ground. It was very dark, but the moon must have been full because I could just make out the ground below that was bathed in the full moon pale blue glow.
Hello.
Mm,
Pulitzer,
beautiful.
what is it? Pulitzer,
Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer Prize.
It's a beautiful sentence. It's a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful descriptor. Makes me think
Absolutely.
of Twilight. You're welcome.
Yes. Yes. Danny,
You said
imagine.
you said yes, like it also made you think of Twilight.
Oh, no, 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 no. Just, I'm agreeing with the level, your tone
Mm,
is what I'm agreeing with.
okay.
Forget Twilight. What I'm saying is, Danny, imagine what this would
Yeah.
sound like if you weren't,
What
if
does
you
Danny
didn't have a
do?
bug. If you
So
didn't
you're
have a bug, this would have been like amazing. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, Danny. It's great.
okay. I froze as I saw something standing under my window.
Mm.
It was humanoid in shape, but lacked human features.
Hmm.
The hands seemed pointed with no fingers.
Ew.
I couldn't make out any hair, clothing, or anything.
Ugh, I do not like that. It reminds me of my dream as a kid. Remember?
Ugh, yeah,
I've said that on here.
yeah,
Where they'd all unzip.
yes,
Ugh.
yeah. And then I
Mm-mm.
remember I found that picture of that lady. Like the
Yes.
next day, she
Ugh.
posted in a different group.
So
That was
creepy.
so weird. It appeared to be made out of black static electricity or something.
We keep hearing
I
this.
know. Who told that story about their like
We've
LSD
heard,
trip and then
well, we've heard like two or three.
yeah.
Your old nanny or tutor.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Amanda.
Yeah, her story had a static person in it.
Yeah.
How
So
strange.
weird. Okay.
Are they all from the 90s?
No,
Because your tutor is.
Amanda's younger than I am
Oh,
by a
you
lot.
consider yourself a 90s? You were born in 1984 and you consider yourself a
I was
90s?
6 when we got into the 90s. Yeah, I consider myself a 90s.
Ugh. I would say she's a 90s kid.
I don't like have any memories of the 80s.
Okay. Madonna.
In the 90s.
In the 80s. Okay, go ahead. read,
Okay. Wow.
read
4
Danny's.
years. You're not that much older. Relax. I'm not calling you old.
Go ahead.
Oh my lord.
I was trying to connect some dots. I thought maybe something
Ugh.
static weird is happening with these 90s babies. And then you all of a sudden lumped yourself in with the 90s babies. I'm like, no, 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 girl.
It appeared to be made out of black static electricity or something. I'm not sure how old you gals are, but it looked like a character from that Take On Me music video by Aha.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Take
On me, take on me.
Oh man, I love that music video.
It's a great one.
And it's such a great descriptor. I'm like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, that's kind of what my point was about the whole 90s thing, but that's an 80s song.
Okay. I feel like Danny and I are this. Were you born in 84?
Okay. Well, I think what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry, I got so defensive a minute ago. Let me reel that back in. What I was really trying to say, what would have landed better about 2 glasses of wine ago, would have been just, I wonder if there's some weird connection about when they're
When it
born,
happened.
when people are born, the static person. Like, do people before the 90s/80s, whatever, have they ever seen the static person? Because static is something you would associate with electricity.
Yeah.
But, like, would somebody pre-electricity see something staticky? Because then that would just be outside of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
Or
good question.
did electricity create some sort of weird cryptid?
Ooh, ooh, I
Thank you.
love
I
that.
was trying to get there.
Okay. I love that
But
theory.
like always, my own temper, my own anger, it gets in my way. So it
Oh
blocks me. I need a
gosh.
chakra. I need a good clearing. I need something.
Golly, talk about your chakra on your own time. That sounds dirty. Okay. I know
Ah,
it's not. I
it's
know it's not.
not. It's not at
I know,
all.
but it really makes me think of your butthole. Every time I hear that, that's all.
You cannot.
Sorry.
Makes you think of the butthole.
It does.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
Danny, we
feel
have just torn the
I am
story apart.
not alone in this. I promise you, other people think butthole when you
Chakra?
say
You hear
chakra.
chakra, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're talking about their butthole.
Like I know they're not, but every time I hear it, I think of a butthole.
I'll tell you what, when you said that, it shocked me.
Did your chakra kind of clench up a little
It
bit?
did, just a wee bit.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Danny, I am so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not. It's
Oh
fine.
my gosh. Okay, like the Take On Me video, like it was a drawing in a comic book. I don't know if it was looking up at me or not, but it just stood there, making only the smallest of movements. I don't know how long it was standing there, but suddenly and very swiftly, it made the movement that appeared to be looking over what would be its shoulder, then dashed into the neighbor's backyard and out of sight, much quicker than any human could move.
Weird.
I have never let go of the blinds and pulled the cover over my head so quickly in my life. I thought about it a few years later. Was it a dream? I don't think so. I swear I was awake. Then something else hit me. As scary as the thing was, how scary was the thing it appeared to be running from?
Oh, because it was like
Ooh.
looking over its shoulder like
Yeah.
something was there.
And ran out of way. That was the line where I was like, oh my gosh, Danny can write every
Danny.
week.
Yes, Danny, you write good stories.
I know.
Ooh, that is creepy.
My second shadow person story is I was working at a 1 hour photo joint. I know I'm old. And I was changing the paper in the dark box. I got that sensation of being watched. You felt it before when the hairs on the back of your neck stand tall, when you can actually feel the muscles in your ears opening a bit to better receive sounds.
Oh my gosh, Danny.
I know. A primal reaction we kept from our days of hunters and gatherers. I turned my head as I could, and saw the form of a man leaning on the counter in the corner of my eye. I'll be right with you, I said, as I couldn't turn to face him, and him is in quotations because he doesn't think he's a real guy,
Right.
because my hands were in the dark box working with light sensitive paper. It wasn't long before I finished, maybe a minute or so, but when I turned, he was gone. Could he have walked away? Sure. I still work with the general public, and y'all can be some impatient assholes, let me tell you. But where the lab was located in the store, I had a clear view of most of it and didn't see anyone. I don't mean you guys are assholes.
Danny, you are.
I just mean as a species, we can be impatient assholes.
Yeah, and we totally agree.
I love the specification. I have 2 more short ghost stories. I'll share ghosts if you couldn't hear my quotations around the word ghost, which I don't love when they do that, but whatever. I'll share another time when I'm feeling better, and a few really short stories about aliens.
Ooh, yes. Danny, we want them all.
I know. I'll read anything he writes in.
Yeah. Danny, you are an author. You need to write a book.
Yeah. Keep up the great work, Danny. P.S. Sorry for cussing, but after a few episodes, I kind of figured it was okay.
Yeah, Danny, we're kind of sailors sometimes, or at least I am. And I don't mind it. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Danny, I feel like you have found your home.
I know.
We are your people.
After a few episodes, that means you didn't give up after
That's
the
right.
second one.
Hey, skip forward. We get better sound quality.
Oh, we do get better and better editing.
Yeah.
For a while, I got better, and now we have an editor.
Yeah, professional.
Not every time, but
Yeah.
when we can afford her.
Actually, work your way backwards. Start with your episode and then go backwards.
Oh, we have inside jokes. You can't do that. You
Oh,
kind of got to start from the beginning.
that
Sorry.
is
You
true.
gotta power through.
Yeah, suffer through it. But either way, Danny, hopefully you won't give up on us because we're not giving up on you and we need more stories. So please
Yeah.
write them in, Danny. You are a great author.
Yeah. What do you feel about the static cryptid?
Okay, so like I said, the static cryptid, I feel like, what is the possibility of some sort of electrical cryptid
Like we
happening?
generated it.
Yeah,
All of
we have
this.
done something with radioactive, some sort of like weird
Ooh,
whatever.
that is so spooky.
That is spooky. That is weird. That also seems very unlikely. Okay. The more I'm saying it, the more I'm like, oh, come on, Megan. What is this? What are you talking about? That's like I don't know. What is that? Oh, that's those silly superhero shows that my husband makes me watch.
Like Marvel.
Marvel. That sounds totally out of a Marvel
Yeah.
comic book. But whatever, Danny, I believe you. I want you to keep writing it. And then the shadow figures. So I think what kind of drew me to Danny was that he wasn't saying a shadow figure is a ghost.
Yeah.
He was saying more in the cryptid, what is a shadow figure?
Yeah.
What else could they
As
be?
long as you don't put the word ghost on it, you're all on
Yeah.
board.
I don't know why. I think it's just that weird afterlife. It's probably like some sort of religion attached to theory that I get a little bit like, well, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what a lot of my beliefs are when it comes to religion. So I don't mind to say that I don't know that I believe in an afterlife. There it is. I said it. I've had enough glasses of wine to say it. So when I think of a ghost, I'm like, is that possible? I don't know. I don't know what I believe in that, which is why I'm skeptical of ghosts to begin with.
All right. Well,
But a shadow figure
didn't have to be a human first. That's where you have a
yeah.
problem.
Yeah. It could be something totally on its own. And, there are some weird. Have you ever watched those like deep sea creatures?
Oh, it's like my favorite thing to watch.
They look so sci-fi. That's got to be where
Yeah.
sci-fi movie directors
100%.
get what, or writers get what they're writing about, right?
Right.
They look so sci-fi.
Yes.
So to me, I'm like, there's so much out there that is so strange.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I don't believe in like the strange part of the world. There's things out there that are unexplained.
Yeah.
I just don't know that I would explain things in a ghostly way.
Okay.
So because by his own right, he said possibly cryptids.
Yeah.
I'm not going to debunk.
Okay. But what about the guy in the photo booth place?
That's the shadow figure.
You still think, even though it kind of looked like a human.
His exact question was,
Yeah.
can a shadow figure be a cryptid?
Okay.
And I responded like, well, yeah, I never thought about that. But what if it's not ghostly? What if it is a cryptid?
All right. Well.
And I think that I'm full of bullshit. I would say, no, shadow figures don't exist. And Danny, I don't know, you had like a floater in your eye. So something weird happening. But at the time I was like, oh, no, I don't really know I have not had enough experience on my own to have a shadow figure in my presence to think, ooh, what does this feel like? I have no idea. But it opened the door enough for me that I was like, oh, I never thought about it being a cryptid instead of it being a ghost.
Okay. I'm ready to be really scared. I want to be like, I want to go somewhere.
I feel like you're conjuring.
I want to go. I do. I don't want it in my house, but I want to go somewhere and get really scared.
Okay, well, let's do it. I know right where to take you. What is it? The haunted hotel on 3rd Street where you get scared every time we go and you scream your head off. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've missed all those. I want to go to like a hunting place. I want to get scared.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Let's do it. Somebody out there sponsor us and let's go.
Yeah. We can't pay for it.
Right.
We got to pay room.
Exactly. She's taking all our money. It's like she's earning every penny.
Oh my gosh, after tonight. I guess it's time for your fan favorite.
I guess I'll do all the heavy lifting on this podcast like usual. Okay. Everybody out there loves three wine glasses. Megan in.
I do.
So I discovered a new fun way to find fan favorites. And I discovered that when you do it like this, it brings out fans that you didn't even know were listening.
Oh, okay.
That might just be a little bit quieter, but you're a fan.
Yeah.
therefore you should be our favorite.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you're a little bit quieter on Facebook.
Sure.
If you're listening, thank you. That is so nice. So this fan just happened to win a little poll that I put on Facebook.
Okay.
And
How'd I miss it?
and funny enough, I'm a little bit tipsy enough to not remember what the poll was about. Hold on, I gotta remember what it was about. Oh, okay. So I saw Molly Malone's, which is a local Irish bar here,
Uh-huh.
posted an Irish tradition that they have after Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and I posted it on our Facebook page. I don't know if you saw it.
I did.
But it was about it like had a woman standing on a table and I don't know, she was probably like the 1940s. And the whole time I'm reading this, I keep looking at her picture and it's all about how about a month after Christmas, all of the men will celebrate the women for all the hard work they did through the holidays, and they will cook dinner and do whatever they want for the whole day. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, that not whatever the men want. They
No, yeah,
serve the
whatever the
women.
women. Yes, the men will do everything for the
The
women
men do
that
all
day.
the work that traditionally the women have been doing
Yes.
to prepare for the holidays.
Beautiful tradition. I thought,
Yeah.
well, that's amazing.
Or
Why?
just let's do that all the time. Let's not have
Right.
one day.
Or now this is revolutionary.
Yeah.
We could
Equal.
just split. We could split the
50-50?
work. We each just go in on
What?
it.
Now you're
I
talking
mean,
crazy.
I know it's crazy.
You're a feminist.
It's some would say way out there. I mean, I'm talking like total burn the bra feminists,
Right?
for thinking those crazy thoughts. Boy, listen, that's not a good time to bring this up. I'm definitely deep into wine here. Okay, so anyway, the whole point of putting on our podcast page is that the whole time I'm looking at this picture, I'm thinking, why does this woman have half of a baby hanging off of her? Like it looked like a necklace with just like baby legs. It was the strangest looking thing. I mean, now here's the sad part. I went back like 4 or 5 times before I posted it, and I was like, "Those are baby legs."
That's why you need readers.
Okay, probably. I will say that. I'm never gonna wear them, but probably. But anyway, I posted it on there because I'm like, okay, this is a great tradition, but can we all talk about the baby legs hanging off of her like a necklace?
Right.
What kind of weird woman is this? And then very quickly, I believe it was Christina was like, I think that's like her like ascot. Like it's like her little handkerchief. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. But I did have some people like, oh my gosh, I can't unsee it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, thank you, thank you. But anyway, I posted on there and I put some acronyms up there. I think it was WITIW. And I said, the first person that can guess my acronyms, because
Oh my
we're so good
gosh.
at it, will get fan favorite.
Okay.
I had people guessing.
Oh, that's so fun. I
It
missed
was-
all of this
It was.
Discord.
You should go back. And then the lovely Jessica, who listens, apparently, and we
Okay.
did not realize she listened. I don't think we knew. She guessed it. What in the Irish world is going on?
You had Irish World?
Because it was an Irish
Oh my gosh.
tradition.
That's hilarious.
What in the Irish world is going on? And she guessed it, so now she's fan favorite.
That's awesome.
Oh, and I think that's a great way to become fan favorite. So she said, "Oh, thank you so much. I cannot believe it. I love listening to you ladies every week. It's like
Aw.
hanging out with friends. I was a children's librarian before becoming a stay-at-home mom. Oh, I mean, I want to do like the Hunger Games symbol up to you,
Right.
except for I'm not a stay-at-home mom, but you feel me. That's what I feel like, Jessica. You feel me on."
Yeah. Some people, they're really cut out
They're
for
made
it.
for it. I know. And I think that it is the hardest job.
It is the hardest job I've ever done, without question.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot do it. So I think that's amazing that you're a stay-at-home mom. And just want to encourage everyone to support your local library.
Oh, absolutely. That's gold for
It's
you.
right up my alley. Listen to this next line. I know you and Aaron have differing opinions on libraries.
No. I love the library. I'm not obsessed with the library like you.
No, it's fine.
I use
It's
the
fine.
library way more than you do.
Listen, I love that the librarians are like, oh, okay. We can
Listen.
clearly see.
I use that Libby app like 3 times a week.
Aaron, I took your child to the library like what, 2 weekends ago? And she was
Okay.
like, we stepped in there. She's like, I haven't been here in so long.
That's not on me. That is not on me. My kids are lazy and they never want to leave the house.
Oh my gosh, I'm just.
And I use the digital Libby app, which is a library app. Jessica, I thought I liked you.
It's fine. Look, now she doesn't even like librarians. It's fine. Okay, but they truly have so much to offer. I mean, she's like, but listen, Aaron, they
I
really do have a
know.
lot to
I
offer.
know.
But here, Aaron, listen how much they have to offer.
You can like rent cooking supplies.
Listen, for
Okay.
everyone in the community, beyond just books and story times, the library gives a lot of kids a safe place to hang out and adults who care about them. Not to mention free computer and internet access, employment resources, and social opportunities. I could go on and on.
I
Thanks
could
again.
too. As a
Could you?
supporter of the library, I could too.
Mm-hmm. Thanks again for all you do and all the laughs you provide. Happy New Year. And I was like, this was perfect. Although Aaron is the reader out of the two,
Yes,
I definitely.
thank you.
You're welcome. I got your back
Oh,
sometimes.
Lord.
I said, I definitely love with all capital letters. I know you like when I point that out. All capital letters. All that public libraries have to offer. Thanks again. And she said, of course, this made my day. Oh, and I'm so glad that it made your day because you made my day because, listen, we all know how Aaron hates public libraries.
Oh
and
God.
I got to point it out.
I don't know how this has become my personality.
But it did.
And when I said I use the Libby app, I mean, I use it constantly, but I get like 3 books a week from that Libby app.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I know. But you don't go to the
I
public library.
I joined a second library this week just so that I could have more access on my Libby app.
I feel like that's cheating, Aaron.
No, it's not. It's not.
I feel like you're cheating the public library system. But it's fine. It's fine.
I'm supporting multiple libraries.
You do your thing.
Okay. And moving right along.
Well, here's my thing. We are going to find a way to donate to public libraries, and we will post that in our show notes.
Yeah.
There it is.
This week, everybody, is our movie night. So if you are not doing anything this Thursday and have $5 to spare, you could join our Patreon.
There you go. Join us.
We're going to watch The Mist on Netflix. I've never seen it.
I have seen it. It's been so long, I don't remember anything that happened. So let's do it.
It's got that actress I really like in it who's she's always, I don't know, she's been in SVU a lot. I like her a lot.
Okay.
Anyways, we're going to watch The Mist on Netflix, or you could just join our $3 a month, which gets you extra bonus content all the time, about once a week, and a sticker and a card from us. You could follow us on our social media like Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. You can find out all this information on our website at www.myskepticalsister.com. And you can rate, review, subscribe, and write in your stories at myskepticalsister@gmail.com.
There you go.
All right.
You nailed it.
Do you have a goodbye for us?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Auf quid.
La 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 la.
You always. Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I swear, I thought you were nodding at me to go. I'm like, that's not how we do this, Aaron.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Shoot. I'm sorry. Let's try again.
Okay.
Be real quiet.
No, we were. It is not rude. It was inquisital. Inquisical? Inquisical.
Oh my gosh, you just made up that word so beautifully. You landed that word as convincingly as Miles said that you're cheating. You said inquisical.
Inquisital. Inquisical is a word.
Inquisital is not a word.
Inquisical is a word.
Inquisical, use it in a sentence.
It was an inquisical question.
You're gonna make me pee my pants.
It's a word.
And I didn't even do gummies tonight. I know.
Sorry, I had to pee. Wouldn't that be funny if
I still do gotta have to pee. So let's hope Juan doesn't make me laugh too hard. I'm so sorry, Rue. I'm gonna get it together.
Oh. She just dropped her microphone.
Shit. No,
okay.
I didn't even go there in my mind. You bitch. I didn't even go there in my mind. And now you've called me old?
You're very aggressive about me not living in the 90s. I was 6 when we got into the 90s.
Oh, okay,
I feel like I grew up in the 90s. He said I grew up in the 90s. He didn't say I was born in the 90s. Oh my gosh, Brew. I'm so sorry. I should edit this. I'm going to have to send you another message. Be like, just never mind. I got it.
No, you will not. Rue has got to know what she's doing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.